Hello, this is not a spring chicken. How important is that freedom of speech? Well, just ask Democratic members of Congress or WikiLeaks founder, Mr. Assange, who, well, let's just put it this way. It seems like it's a scene from a science fiction movie where it says that he promises to bring down the destruction with a poison pill. Oh yeah, for the entire world. So we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. So how did they have the WikiLeaks founder on crimes?
Well, because he committed, in Swedish law, if you have unprotected sex because they have an AIDS problem in the country, it is a crime. And if you don't tell the people you're having unprotected sex, then you've raped raped them. So they're raped. I mean, basically, and then he fled the country to avoid prosecution. So he keeps compounding his things.
Oh.
So he's going to go to jail for a long time, but don't worry, they're trying to get him problem solved for himself.
Well, there is no truth to the rumor that Obama wanted to honor the founder of WikiLeaks with the Kennedy Center of Honor.
Well, because he couldn't give him the Congressional Medal of Honor because the military would have been pissed because he gave them their documentation. We're going to put it very simple. Only Mary Jane Obama would think that anybody buys the fact that a private could get 250,000 documents. Download 250,000 documents without anybody noticing it. He had to have assistance above his pay grade in order to do it. Say, above a general's pay grade.
Well, doesn't it make you wonder if Obama wants to honor him? My gosh, what?
They said Obama, the White House has done nothing to stop it. Nothing. They could have done what was simply done now, which was, he wasn't shut down until after all the documents had been released.
And Australia says Assange is entitled to consular help.
Oh yeah, because he's a New Zealand citizen. But the problem is they're not going to let him anywhere near a consul. Remember, Great Britain, New Zealand, Great Britain, Australia, those are all part of the same Commonwealth, folks.
Oh yeah.
So you think they're going to let this guy get back to New Zealand? No, they're going to ship him off to Sweden, where he's going to go sit in a cell for about 40 or 50 years, or at least until one of the Swedes kills him, because one of their people got killed because of him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. That's why he fled the country, because those things that didn't happen actually happened to Swedes who were non-combatants. Yeah.
And Republicans will be forced to give in on taxes or be thrown out of office by their defying the will of the people.
Well, that's what Nancy Pelosi has said. She said she fully expects to be Speaker of the House sometime in February again when special elections are held, because of the hatred for what the Republicans are doing for the working class people. Well, they're going to, in January, they're just going to pass the thing that they don't like, whether they like it or not. And you're going to get the extensions for the working class people.
Right.
And they're going to piss off Obama's and IRS, because IRS is going to have to refund all the money that they just took illegally from people.
I sometimes they just have me dumbfounded. It's like, do they know something we don't know, or are they just totally delusional?
They enjoy whatever Mary Jane Obama does.
Yeah, give us what they've got. And Boehner says GOP to lead on extending the tax cuts.
Well, yeah, but but you can count on the GOP to throw themselves in a circle to shoot one another before this is done, though, because that's how politicians do it. Because they give them an inch and they'll basically hang themselves with that inch.
Mm-hmm. And Bolivian Salt Lake holds the world's largest lithium reserve.
I know, I hated that. that's really bad. They just did a Kevin Sorbo movie 2 nights ago.
Oh, did they?
And Kevin Sorbo is dealing about the largest lithium. You know what happens when lithium gets with water?
What happens?
It goes kaboom.
Oh.
So you want to have lithium. I don't tend to believe that anymore than I believe Sorbo's thing about being found in a mine filled full of water.
And Bernanke defends bond buys, inciting an at-risk economy.
Well, okay, but he said he's monetizing the economy, monetizing a thing. Basically, he said, I'm not printing money to do this. Well, yes, he is printing money to do it. They printed up $1 trillion so far, and he said the economy is not going to grow unless we spend more money further devaluing the American dollar so that people will buy our merchandise and then we can have more jobs. Well, they don't buy American merchandise because no matter how much he devalues the dollar, you can't get down to a penny a T-shirt to
Right,
other
because-
countries.
That's true. How in the world? You can't get to
You're
that.
not going to buy, we don't build television sets, we don't build this, we don't build that. They build them in China, Taiwan, and Pakistan, and India. They're not going to buy, why? They have no incentive to buy stuff. They don't pay anybody in those countries.
Mm-hmm. You notice there's no talk about sweatshops like they used to do in the earlier days?
I know, because we don't have anybody working in sweatshops anymore.
No, but remember, they used to have this thing about in other countries, oh, they're working in sweatshops, so don't buy these clothes.
Well, because you can't get clothes in this. They can't. The unions chased the clothes business out of the country into other countries. It was a lock. I mean, we made all the clothes. We made all the cotton clothes. We made all the polyester. We made all this. And then their wages closed all the factories down.
Mm-hmm. UN emission pledges fall short of the climate target.
Yeah, because nobody has any money. I mean, it's just, they don't seem to get it. If you don't have any money, you're not going to try to do something stupid that's going to cost you money.
The world's hottest pepper is hot enough to strip paint.
Oh, I've had those hot peppers. I mean, they're not that hot. I mean, they just try to, what you do is you don't let them touch your lips and you don't worry about it. It's the lips makes it look hot. But if it can strip paint, it's just like it's illegal to use it as a weapon, folks, so you have to forget that anyway.
What? As a weapon?
They want to use it, they want to spray it in people's faces as a weapon. Mustard gas was that way, and they can't, it's a crime to use it for that purpose, so it's just an edible plant.
Oh, Sarkozy in India to discuss trade and energy projects.
Well, yeah, because they have fuel over there, and basically the Indians have low-cost products, so they're going to trade. See, that's how you do it, folks. But since we don't do any of that in this country because our president doesn't believe that we should have an energy production system.
Rio Shinalco to look for minerals in China.
I know, this is ridiculous. That is the Chinese mineral looking company. That's just a sort of...
What?
It was a slow news day yesterday.
Well, you know what I noticed? There's an absence of Obama news.
Well, yeah, because Obama basically, other than the fact that he flubbed the thing for the Kennedy Center deal, which he tried to write out as saying, basically he can't even read his teleprompters anymore, so he blamed on not being able to read his teleprompter on a split lip. That was the big Obama news.
Wow. Talk about a shortage of
Of course, he
Obama
did have a Kennedy Center thing honoring people that are to the left, for their great accomplishments on the left.
Well, and then who took the weekend box office?
Yeah, Disney tangled, which shouldn't have done. Okay,
Disney tangled it?
Disney took the weekend box office, but Disney's not going to make back its money on it, so it's a lost cause.
Bus with UMass students on ski trips crashes in Vermont.
I would not go on a bus to a ski resort. I mean, I have problems driving a car to a ski resort, let alone driving in a bus.
I know, can you imagine the slick road and this...
And the roads aren't that wide.
No, they're not. Qatar must win over skeptical World Cup fans. Oh, Qatar got it?
Well, yeah, that place where the temperature is 130 degrees. Okay, they promised to spend $30 to $40 billion between now and then to build places where people can stay. They said they have a modern city. They just have a modern Muslim city, which means you can't do anything if you live in that city. If you get caught wearing a swimsuit, you basically go to jail.
A very modern Muslim city. They actually have a lot of money in that country.
But they don't have, it's still strictly a Muslim city. There's no place.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to stay there because of their archaic Muslim rules, and they expect people to come in to stay they intend to have an air-conditioned stadium is what they intend to do, but it's not going to happen.
An agency moves to end Philly cruise ship departures.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically they decided to stop cruise ships stopping in Philadelphia, which is moronic. That just cuts their throats on money.
I mean...
People get off the cruise ships, they go to look at the city.
Yeah,
but they decided, well, we don't want their business anymore because they pollute.
And immigrant students give blood to show citizenship.
That doesn't show citizenship, that just shows they participated in a blood drive. You know?
Was it a blood drive for
There was
citizenship?
a blood drive at the college, and they participated.
Oh, they
in it.
probably got something for donating blood too.
Probably.
Yeah. An RV industry rebounding led by smaller trailers.
Okay, you don't make money, you don't rebuild the RV industry producing trailers that are tiny to pull behind less powerful trucks, which means you're spending less money every direction. That's not how you make money. You build the big expensive jobs that the Obama doesn't approve of.
Oh, and a Monty Bubbleism for the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
Even the stubborn eventually have to admit that they can't continue to do things the way they're doing them.